I'm Noah Buxton. I'm a director at Armanino, been here for about 5 years, and I lead our blockchain and digital asset practice. We really focus on digital asset use cases. And I have a member of my team with me here today, Clayton Lowry. So, hey,
Hey
Clayton.
everybody, we have not figured out how to clone each other yet. So I am a different person. I think we joined with the same webinar link. Yeah, I'm a manager consulting in the Dallas office, and have been helping out with Noah for a couple of years and on Hedera and everything else we do.
Thanks, Clayton. So, quick background, what is an Armanino? Well, Armanino is a top 25 public accounting firm. We are headquartered in California. We're the largest public accounting firm headquartered in California. And we also operate across the US. I think it's roughly 10, 11 offices now and about 1,500 in headcount. And again, we service clients really across industries, frankly. Sort of small startups in the Bay Area, a lot of tech clients, all the way through to publicly traded clients. We also work globally or internationally through the Moore Group, which is our accounting partnership. And the Moore Group, I think altogether is something like top 8 in the world. So you can think of Armanino a lot like the Big Four. We work through a network and we have sort of reach for public accounting services for our clients globally. Clayton and I, again, are from our digital assets team, and we do nothing but digital assets every day. So the types of clients that we serve are exchanges, crypto funds, token issuers, and projects, just about everybody in the ecosystem at this point. And we've been lucky enough to work with Hedera since, gosh, really, I guess it was really beginning of 2019. So it's been a good relationship so far. One of the most important things that we did with Hedera early on was decided to support this ecosystem by running a mirror node. When the mirror node solution or binary came out, we wanted to support that. We wanted to support it in sort of a full archival way because we realized that, given the way that Hedera works, and one of its characteristics of speed and finality sort of relies on mainnet nodes not necessarily being archival, right? And so, but there is this really important need in this space for archival data. And we as sort of accountants and consultants, usually working on finance related matters, think about data integrity from a financial perspective. And so we know that this kind of access to data is super important. So we do a couple things, right? We, on a daily basis, we serve clients, as I mentioned, with audit, tax, sort of your traditional host of services, right? Business solutions, things that companies need. And then we also build new tools. So that's the stuff we get really excited about. And building a mirror node API for Hedera was, one of those things. So today we have a few things that we do under a platform called Trust Explorer. And we invite you in this hackathon to interact with that, right? You may have mirror node accounts already. There are a couple other mirror node providers or Hedera explorers. We definitely invite you guys and gals hacking on this to come on over and join, test out the Armanino API as well. Come beat on it, so to speak. It's totally free to you. It's totally, you will not be throttled. You can make as many requests as you want. It's an unthrottled service. And I can actually, real quick, I'll just drop to make it super easy because I want you guys to check it out real quick. If I'm not putting you to sleep, you can go click on this link real quick and you can see the front end GUI for the mirror node API. We think this makes it really easy to interact with. You can do queries sort of, through the GUI, but you can also access this programmatically, right? You can build this into a web app, build your own gateway. Oh, yes, thanks, Matt. I just sent this to all panelists, but not to all panelists and attendees. There you go. Now I'm chewing gum and walking at the same time and talking. Imagine that. Okay, so I won't belabor this point, but basically we do 3 different things. So the main thing we're talking about right now is, again, this full archival mirror node and supporting all the current endpoints on MirrorNet. We also, again, Trust Explorer does a couple of other things that we think you guys would find interesting, but it's the world's first real-time audit system. And today it provides real-time assurance over about $3.5 billion in crypto assets between the trust token true currency set, 5 different true currencies, as well as coin shares, exchange traded note products. We're very, very proud of this. Invite you to come check it out. And we're actually seeing some really neat things, neat clients in the pipeline. So Trust Explorer's use cases are sort of ever expanding. Back to the mirror node, I won't spend a lot of time here because I think you're welcome to ask questions, but I think everybody who's on the call probably has a pretty good idea how you can interact with the mirror net in a way to access historical data. So let's jump to the challenge then. So our challenge, we really believe that the ability to tokenize, well, just at the very top level, tokenization generally, I don't think the full promise of it has even been realized, right? We've really only scratched the surface. I think stablecoins are a good example that we see over the past 12 months of a simple tokenization, right? That has created incredible value that's portable across public blockchains, that's usable for personal finance, it's usable for enterprise use cases, corporate treasury payments. I mean, it's been pretty powerful, right? Then you think about tokenization as it's applied in sort of decentralized finance use cases, another major trend, sort of last year and into this year. I think it really demonstrates that the ability to tokenize one, but also to wrap tokens and port them across other chains is an incredible way to create value across these ecosystems. And so I would love to see that happen on Hedera, and I think it will inevitably, right? And I think whoever sort of cracks that nut first, or sort of the early people to do that, are looking at something very valuable. You can, whether it's a DApp, a protocol, or a whole business, that you create on top of it, it's definitely possible. So we're offering $3,000 worth of prizes. That's a mix of technology goodies and US dollars, or we're happy to do HBARs as well, because we can support payment as well as accept payment for services in HBARs. And yeah, the whole purpose here is to try and create a protocol that will allow you to port assets from other chains across the Hedera Token Service, and putting wrapped ETH there as an example. So one other thing, just to say, sort of, where you see, getting a question, I'm happy to try and address that. So just wanted to speak to a couple of other things that might be relevant to this challenge. I think there's really, generally speaking, 2 ways that you can sort of do wrap token protocols. You can do them where the protocol itself is the custodian, or you can do it where you've got a centralized custodian. So I think following up, actually, the BitGo team is here, right? They're a very good example of the project that they work with, Wrapped Bitcoin, and they act as custodian for Wrapped Bitcoin is a really cool example, right? They've ported millions and millions of dollars of Bitcoin value over to Ethereum, and a lot of that is used in DeFi and used for, pretty cool stuff. So that's a centralized case. I think in our hackathon, we're sort of seeing, how it can be proven from a protocol only perspective. So a really more of a decentralized use case. So again, we invite you to sign up for the Mirror Node API. I think that certainly could be a part of your integration here, right? And just the other things I want to say is we think the future is bright. We're here to support this ecosystem, and throughout this hack, we'd be happy to connect with any of you all. We'll do our best to stay in Discord. Frankly, it's not somewhere we are a lot, but we'll be in there doing our best to answer questions. You're also welcome to reach out on email or Telegram. We're kind of all over the place with the chat, but happy to speak to any of you and do mentorship time. And please come hack on this. I think there's value to be created here.
Yeah, I think
So
this problem is extremely important. I think it's the most important kind of issue right now in all of almost all of blockchain. Just how is this liquidity going to migrate and spread and just especially solve this current Ethereum, as everyone knows, crazy gas issue. So this is I'm really excited about this one, and it'd be awesome to see this happen.